to thank all of you both for that warm welcome and for the great victory you gave us in the Georgia primary, where we carried 156 out of 159 counties. And I thank each and every one of you. I want to thank Governor Deal for introducing me, but more importantly, I want to thank Governor Deal for being such a great governor for our state and setting such a great standard. Can you imagine from what he just reported to you what it would have been like to have been a conservative president with those kinds of values in the White House for the last 3.5 years? Well, Governor Deal and the legislature in Georgia were protecting our AAA rating, keeping the cost of our bonds low. This was not my intent when I told Sue I would come and speak here. My intent was to be wearing a Gingrich shirt. But I want to make a key point, including those of our friends who are still deeply engaged and still deeply emotional. Every person in this room has an absolute obligation to help defeat Barack Obama for re-election.
And your guy just can't do it, man.
I can summarize where we are for America in 3 very I want you to think out 20 years. I want you to ask yourself, I care about 20 years from now because I have 2 grandchildren. Maggie will be 32 at that point. Robert will be 30. It's a little sobering to think about. I was with them the other night and they were 12 and 10. But you ask yourself, I think there are 3 major challenges for America that come together. The first is whether, looking back 20 years from now, we will have defeated the secular left and the radicals and retained American exceptionalism as the core of our values. The second is whether we will have innovated enough to fundamentally replace the decaying institutions faster than they collapse. And the third is whether or not we can be honest about those things which threaten our very survival, and we can develop solutions that defeat those who will destroy us. Now let me talk about each one for a second, because in all 3 cases, the re-election of Barack Obama threatens the very survival of the United States as we have known it.
Yep. And so would yours. This guy's a nut. Newt?
First of all, the very nature of America. We were founded with a Declaration of Independence which says our rights come from our Creator, that they are unalienable, which means that no politician, no judge, no bureaucrat can come between us and God. Obama represents what I believe in the Declaration of Independence. Obama believes in the radical writing of Saul Alinsky. He has a totally different vision of America. Let me just give you one example. He was very concerned about burning the courts. President Obama believed that praying 5 times a day is good in Afghanistan. Maybe American children should be allowed to pray once a day. I think all of a sudden you'll discover he doesn't have nearly the concern for American rights, American symbols, American beliefs that he does for others. Similarly, America was founded on the work ethic. John Smith said in Jamestown in 1607, ironically to a group of aristocrats, the opposite of the liberal image. Several aristocrats had paid their way over and they said, well, we paid for it. You can't make us work. And Smith said, you know, you're right. He said, this is a new world with new rules. We don't have the resources, but we can't make you work. He He then paraphrased something from Thessalonians. He said, if you don't work, you won't eat. But I can't make you work. Profoundly wrong. In a free society, no one should have that kind of money in secret to spend the way they want to prop up the rich people and the institutions they pick to prop up, to pick winners and losers in secret. We also need something Ronald Reagan did in 1981 and actually appointed Ron Paul to be part of. We need a new commission on the possibility of going back to a hard currency, a commission looking at gold. Every American should be aware that the left intends to inflate their way out of the current debt. They intend to destroy the value of the dollar by printing so much paper money that in fact the dollar loses almost all of its value as a currency. We should go in the opposite direction. We should pick up on what the governor said about retaining our AAA rating. We should be the party that says, if you work and you save $1 today, 20 years from now it should be worth $1, and you should not have politicians go and steal your value.